All right, welcome back to another drawing in the dark. My name is Levi Smith, and today we are going to be drawing in this old sketchbook here of mine. I'm almost done with this sketchbook. I don't have very much further to go with it, which is pretty exciting. This week is going to be Bender from Futurama. As per usual, I really just start off with these basic shapes and structures and stuff. I am using some reference to make sure that I get the details proper. One of the things also with this particular piece is I'm using a bit of off reference from Brandon Lee's The Crow, one of the marquee images and stuff, just to give myself a concept for a pose. One of the things though with this in this process is I drew the eyes way too low on the head, and that can be pretty tricky to correct with drawing in pen like this. And so, in correcting that eye line, it really did kind of force me to make some decisions throughout the rest of the piece that I think ended up actually turning out pretty cool. I am pretty happy with this one. I mean, it has a natural kind of like mood to it and stuff that's borrowed from that crow image, and I don't know. It definitely had a character that I think turned out nicely. So yeah, as I work out, all those basic shapes, all the, just a bunch of tubes and cylinders and stuff. Um, Laying all that out is pretty easy for a character like Bender. Where then after that, it really gets into a lot of the volume kind of effects, a lot of the shading and stuff, and slowly building that up. I do spend a good amount of the process in this one, kind of figuring out how dark I end up having to go, how far I have to take it to get my error in the face kind of corrected. And I mean, it drove me crazy through this entire piece. That really was kind of like the central struggle with it, was figuring out how dark I needed to go, how heavy I needed to go, and manage that in a way where I really didn't fully lose track of the piece itself. And I think I did all right with that. One of the interesting challenges, drawing like this with a ballpoint pen, um, and trying to stick the piece out to completion. As I I do have to come up with solutions that say under different circumstances with this one again, as with a couple of the other drawings that I've done for this drawing series. I don't think I would have continued if I was drawing it in pen. For one thing, I'd have just started a whole other one with that particular error in the face, or with if I was doing it in pencil, it would have all been just corrected, just been erased and moved, and I'd have been able to kind of move along with it. But doing working with pen here like this, it does force me to come up with other solutions besides those options. And in some ways, it takes me out of a comfort zone, forces me to do something where I probably wouldn't have done otherwise. And I'm really happy, with how that turned out as far as the level of shading that I end up going into with this one. And then yeah, and then I just kind of crank along and stuff. It really did make Bender here look pretty sinister and stuff, which was really fun. And just working on various elements, trying to keep it, especially with how the shading and all that stuff went with this one. I didn't get too say elaborate with the chair, or the background. I do add in a background and stuff, but it really is all just like window dressing for what ends up being a pretty sinister look out of old Bender here, which I think fits the character quite a bit. You might also notice a couple of flies buzzing around, uh, other bugs and stuff. Sometimes when I draw these, I do this fairly late at night and stuff, and I'm using a ring light. So when I do that, here at my dad's place, it seems to like draw all the bugs that have managed to get into the house and stuff, and just draw them to that light, and then they end up crawling on the sketch paper and stuff. But it still does end up being like a more prime time for me to be doing some of this drawing and whatnot. So it, it just is what it is. I guess sometimes I'm just going to get some of these bugs and stuff. I don't know what else I'm going to be able to do about it. With this particular episode, I have shortened things. Well, I've sped a lot of this up a little, even faster than I normally do. I think I'm going to try to keep these videos to, well, this one's about like, just under 8 minutes. And that might be a good time range. Something that's like just under, over 5 minutes, under 10. They can still show something kind of substantial here with this, and maybe make the videos easier to watch all the way through, because that's, as far as the analytics go, and as far as I'm learning and watching other videos, trying to get better at doing this, and more effective at it too. I want to keep the, I want to get the views higher. I want to try to develop and find my way into a drawing video series like this that ends up being workable, and successful. So we're pretty much at the end of this video here. Thanks if you stuck it out this far. Give it a like and a subscribe. Also, if you got some time, check out our podcast. My buddy and I, Kenny, we do a podcast called Pop Culture Classics. Also, we have t-shirts on our website store. Go check those out. There's a ton of designs. There's like 12, 13 designs. Got a couple of designs too from my buddy Level 9 Drow. And if you haven't checked out his drawing channel, you should really do that. It's really good stuff. And then I've got art books on Amazon. Check those out. The Curse of the Jade Monkey, the All Skulls coloring book, and the comic book planner. And then there's the Patreon, of course. Always check out the Patreon. I do other videos and stuff there. I do other updates, talk about other projects, show some process stuff. And I've been working on expanding upon that as I also try to expand upon this channel. And anyway, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll check you later.